Well, hello everybody. Good to be with everybody today. Got a few little clips from a variety of different adventures that I was on this past week, and you might also, in the course of the recording this video, you might hear some kids in the background. We're actually down in Florida vacationing right now, and I've got a bunch of grandbabies that are in the pool in the background, so if you hear that kind of in the background, you'll know why. But this video, I'm going to start out with landing a bar on the big river called Refuge Bar. Now, this bar is the only one that's on the river right now that's available for probably 70 miles. And as you come in, you've got some little trees that you've got to negotiate before you can get down and just drag it in over the edge. You've got to negotiate some trees you'll see coming up here. But again, this particular day I was flying with I think 3 other guys. My nephew, also another guy in a Super Stow called Lauren, and then another guy in a Kit Fox called Kenneth. And then you'll see coming up after I get on the bar, I missed Chris's landing, but I got the other ones and then also our takeoffs. But I'll just narrate this on through. You can see coming in here, I'm coming down right over the trees. I got my speed right, I got the flaps on, and I'm coming right here. Probably got, I don't know, 600 to 700 foot usable. You plant it right past the edge of the sandbar there, put it down, and they'll get you roll out and get it stopped, get control over it. And then what I always do is before I shut down, I try and back taxi to the area where I'm going to take back off. And so that way, whenever I crank up, I don't have to then concern myself with back taxiing or getting ready for the lift off. All I got to do is just get in it, fire up, and then blast off from wherever I'm at. But look how pretty this is, man. It was just a gorgeous place to be on the river that day. But I'll let you listen or watch the rest of the videos here and then jump back in with some narration shortly. Here comes Kenneth Suckett run at it. This is not the easiest bar to get on because you got to do a slow turning base to final right here. If he'll get out of the power right there. There he goes. There he goes. Sandbar guys talking it over amongst themselves. Ain't nothing like it. Okay, here's going to be the takeoff from Refuge Bar that I made, and then after I get up, I'm going to start videoing everybody else's takeoff, and I'll stop the narration there so you can just watch and take it in. But I picked the tail up, power up, and start the takeoff roll, and you can see the ends coming up quick, but not a big deal. And I'm up and away. And then, like I said, after I get up, then all I did was I just kind of circled around and tried to get everybody on video as they were taking off. Enjoy. Watch Chris's turbo blasting the sand behind him as he's turning around. It was his tail wheel was plowing pretty hard, but that was pretty cool, that view, I think, of the sand as it kind of whisked around behind him. And then Chris starts his takeoff roll as he powers up, gets the tail up, and I want you to watch his pull up after he gets off and does one of them high performance climb outs here. And that's awesome. That airplane has just got awesome performance for what it is. And here goes Kenneth getting up, and Kenneth's got awesome performance too. He's got an airplane that weighs less than 600 pounds on 80 horsepower, and it don't take nothing for that little thing to get up. And then last but not least is going to be Lauren, Lauren also with the Super Stolen and 100 horsepower Rotax. It doesn't take him long to get up. And this was Lauren, Chris, his first sandbar landings and takeoffs. They done real well. And then for Kenneth, it was his only his second sandbar landing ever. So these guys are just getting a taste of how fun it is and what I play in all the time. Okay, here's the landing that I named the video after, Quiet Time, because you see right up there in kind of like the top left, that little straight section of a logging road out in a section of cutover timber that is a large tract. There wasn't a house within miles in any direction. The river is back that direction you see there, but it is isolated, this tract of property, all to itself. And in the southeast, man, if you want to find somewhere to just get alone and kind of be to yourself, this is a good spot for it. I know out west and other places you don't have to worry about that. Most everywhere you go, you've got a lot of isolation, and you can get to a place of solitude pretty quick. But in the southeast, it's not like that. But this is truly one of those places. But I come in, set up right here, and I'm just kind of now dragging it in, and I'm going to drag it down in the road that I'm landing on. You'll see it's up there kind of like in the top left. And I've already got I think by this time I've probably got 2 notches of flap on, and I'm just kind of riding the power along here. And where I landed at was kind of at the top of a little hill, and then it has a downhill rollout, so have to really have good working brakes. And also there's a little curve. I touched down right where there's just a little curve, and I have to kind of ride it around into the straight section right at the top of the hill crest. But you can see right up there in the top of the windscreens where I'm going to be touching down and pulling my chair out and just sitting for a little bit. But anyhow, this is a lot of times what I do in the afternoons. It's like I said, this is just one of the afternoons flying this past week. It was just a good place to land, pay the water bill, relax a little bit. But I'm riding the power. I get right where I want, pop the power, drop the wheels right there, and then start the rollout. And as you can see, you've got to maintain good directional control, or you'll be in trouble left or right. But I just sat there probably for about 40-45 minutes, broke my chair out, sat for a bit, and then after that, I shot a couple of still shots of just what it looked like from the ground. That obviously is looking back up the hill, and then this would be looking down the hill, as you can get an idea of the little gradient that the hill had, and it wasn't too bad. But anyhow, I loaded back up, got my chair all loaded back up, and got ready to bust out of there and just go on and hunt some more adventures. Nothing to the takeoff. You just got to maintain good directional control, and don't take long for the monster to get up. There was very little headwind, but it still worked out really well. But there'll be another couple of little videos here I want you to enjoy. And in this still shot, you'll see this pretty place on the lake. Look right across in the top part of that, you'll see that little landing area over there where the water's running across. Well, that's a place called the Orvins. That's a rental venue that you can rent for special events like weddings and stuff like that. But I have forevermore been spotting this, thought I'd like to land it, so I got permission and come in here and landed right beside the lake. It's a one-way in. Once you get in there and get committed, you're not going back out. But it was not a hard landing. There was plenty of room, and that wasn't any issue. And actually, it was really not an issue directionally either. You got plenty of left and right. You kind of got to be on your P's and Q's. You can't be letting it get all over the place with you. But it wasn't a hard landing. It was a lot of fun. I like finding these kind of little spots that are along my path sometimes. And sometimes I'll be scoping something like this out that I've been watching for sometimes months or maybe even years, and then all of a sudden I get an opportunity through my interaction with people to get permission to land there, or something that I know that I can do without asking permission, and folk allow me to do it. And so I naturally like to do that and take advantage of it, and it adds a lot of fun and adds a lot of spice to my flying. But you see, I just took back off, and I'm coming back around, and as I'm flying around this day, I was flying with three other guys, and they were kind of meandering about, circling and watching me. But I come back around and kind of give a little bit of a view from the air, from the video part of it, what it looks like, and it looks a lot smaller from the air than it actually is when you get down on it. And to finish this video off, coming up are a couple of still shots of some folks that I landed to interact with. This group was about family that was having a big birthday party. I found a field beside them, landed, and interacted with them. And then this next still shot is a couple of duck hunters come up on me while I was sitting on the bar. Folks, if you like, subscribe.